right, man. James Wiseman made his debut for the Detroit Pistons last night. Seen some of it. He had 11 and 5 in 23 minutes. I think he had one personal foul, one turnover. Duren didn't have the best game last night. Maybe hitting the rookie wall or whatever. But Boston got a really good interior. I know Tatum came back last night. Smart came back. I think Tatum dropped a 38 ball. And I think the idea behind Wiseman is try to be able to get a lineup that can compete with Cleveland and Milwaukee and all those type of things. And what I seen from him, he moved pretty good. Don't like there's no injuries there. He looked fairly fresh. Had a nice little 10-foot jumper a little bit off the block. Good post game, coordinated. You know what I'm saying? So look real smooth out there. To be honest, I like the way he looked. Seemed like, and most of the plays in the NFL and NBA, is universal. So they don't really run a lot of sets or a lot of foreign sets. Everybody run the same thing. It's called different stuff. And it seemed like they found a way to give him the ball. And that was in 23 minutes. That was an easy 11 and 5. But I think down the stretch, they ended through Killian back in the starting lineup, and it's just as much as they want it to work, it's not gonna work. But that's another video. So just looking at it, I think we got to get him in. He didn't start last night, but we got to get him in the starting lineup. Stewart had a 4 for 6 from 3. Every once in a while, the sun gonna shine on the dog ass. They still got Pop, but at some point they gonna have to give up the pipe dream of starting him. And after the All-Star break, and I have an All-Star break review of the Pistons, and they got to do Wiseman and Duren to see what they got. And I think worst case scenario, you stagger their minutes until you figure it out. I think that's the worst case scenario. You stagger their minutes. But right down the stretch, the last 25 plus games, whatever it is, play them together. Play them together. See what you can get from Wiseman, from Duren. And people say, why can it work in Cleveland? It can work in Cleveland because Evan Mobley is athletic. Evan Mobley is athletic enough to get on that perimeter, and he is long enough to make, when he get beat, he long enough to make it up with a block. Porzingis is athletic enough to get on the perimeter, and he's great enough to make it up with a block. Now with Wiseman and Duren, gotta wait and see. I think they're athletic enough to mimic what they do in Cleveland. And I think they might be a little bit more athletic as a collective group between Wiseman and Duren than Allen and Mobley. Mobley is probably the more athletic of all, but Allen is solid. But with Duren, what I seen last night, ran, hustled, cut, don't look like no hampering injuries from the meniscus tear. Knew how to seal on the block and make some buckets. Like see him be a little bit more aggressive when he going up for some of them shots and trying to draw some fouls. But you got to understand, that contact is something that you play to get used to. In practice, you going against the little pad, the trainers with the little pads and all that type of stuff. That's what you're going against in practice. I think in the actual game, I think as he get used to playing and getting his body conditioned, playing in real NBA games, the last 25 so games after the All-Star break, I think he gonna start getting used to the contact and going through the contact, looking for the and ones. His shooting stroke looked good. It looked like Bagley out there a little bit. A little thicker than Bagley though. He been in the gym, like he lift, work out, he stay ready. But this ain't down his last 25 or so games, whatever he got left. This ain't gonna be the best you see him. But he should progressively get better. He fresher than everybody else. He ain't been playing a lot of minutes. So I just think they need to start, the process of seeing Duren and Bagley together, so they can figure out what they gonna do with Noel and everybody else. They feel like they got a chance with this core, and I look at this core and I just look, even with Kate Cunningham, and I know he wasn't 100%, and we was wondering what's wrong with him. I look at this course like, I don't know. I don't know. What you seeing, I'm not seeing. You know, they not even, a lot of games, they're not even competitive, bro. In the games they are competitive, I think a lot of people just be overlooking them. But with Wiseman moving well, I like the twinkle of the twine, they said back in the day. You know, he all netter off the block, finishing at the rim, taking his time, patience, you know, running up the floor. It looked pretty good. That's a good interior. That's a good team in Boston. That might be the best team in the NBA, to be honest. I don't care what the Phoenix Suns did. They're a collective group that's young. They're a little injured right now. You know, the young guys be injured like old vets these days. But yeah, Duren looked good in 23 minutes. I don't know, turnovers. I think he had one personal foul. You know, played within himself, and he should down the stretch. He should do nothing but get better. And I think it's time to see what he can do with Duren and see what you got. You know, see what you got. You know, so, but if Wiseman beat out Duren, then you gotta talk about trading Duren. I mean, people having a conversation with Scoot Henderson, even though I like what Brandon Miller brings to the table. He seemed like if you number 2, if you don't get Victor, I think even with Victor, you consider getting Brandon Miller too. I like him a lot. I'd say you consider it. But it's a lot of them guys that Troy Weaver trying to hang on to that he gonna find this. Troy Weaver, he lucky Tom Gores is so nice and loyal. You don't find too many guys in that type of business that's billionaires that's loyal like that. So he lucky. Cause after this year, he wouldn't have got no damn extension from me. Cause I don't know what he doing, honestly. And I'm a basketball guy. I'm a basketball historian, bro. I'm looking at this shit and I don't know what he doing. It look like he making a sundae, and I don't even know what the fuck it's gonna taste. So this nigga putting chili cheese Frito chips on there, chocolate chips, Oreo crumbs, Heath crumbs, vanilla wafers. Shit, this nigga putting a little bit of everything on there, dude. I don't know exactly what he building, but Wiseman look good. But I think it's time to see him and Duren put in some work. I think it's time for us to see what that look like, and you know, I think it's time for that. But hey, man, 11-5 in 23 minutes against Boston, you know, and they competed against Milwaukee without Jason Tatum the other night. So I watched a little bit of that game. So I'm kind of starting to watch basketball a little bit more. Now the foosball is off. But hey, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Don't forget, check my main channel out right on YouTube, Goodfella TV, for more sports, music, news, entertainment. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist, more videos like this. Peace.